Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in this session. My name is Novelle and I'm a pre-sales consultant in Technosoft. In this session, we will be discussing how to increase loyalty and advocacy through customer voice. In a nutshell, this is what we will be discussing today. We will go through what is Dynamics 365 customer voice, followed by why is it important for your organization and some key capabilities of Dynamics 365 customer voice. Then we will show you a live demonstration. If you have any questions, please type your question in the chat panel and we will respond to those questions at the end of the session. So what is Dynamics 365 customer voice? It is an enterprise feedback management application that gives an organization a capability to hear the customer feedback and opinion by creating surveys and capturing instant feedback on customer metrics that matter most to the business. The goal of customer voice is to standardize collecting and distributing feedback from customers across different channels. Based on this feedback, we can integrate the data with internal or external application for deeper customer insights. And this generated data will create actionable insight based on this real-time feedback. Why do we need a customer voice in our organization? Surveys have shown that in today's market, it is important that we stay connected to customer to provide a best-in-class customer experience. 79% of consumers expect brands to know them on a personal level, and this is why it is important for organizations to engage the right people at the right time. 46% of marketing users do not have a complete customer view, and due to the disconnected data, it makes it difficult for analyzation. This is the reason why it is important to be able to integrate data across all systems seamlessly. And lastly, many organizations are still working extras to try to uncover insights or compile responses manually, making real-time feedback equally important. So in order to stay agile and deliver the best product, services, and experiences, organizations need to use customer feedback as the main KPI to evaluate how your business is doing. And this is the reason why we have Dynamics 365 customer voice. So what can Dynamics 365 customer voice do? We can easily create survey immediately with just a few clicks. That is ready to use templates that comes with default question designed to fit many common scenarios such as periodic customer feedback, post-delivery sales, post-visitation, and post-support call. All the questions included in the templates are fully customizable to fit into specific product or service or operation and do not require any technical expertise to create or modify the survey. We can also add satisfaction metrics such as Net Promoter Score into the survey. A customer journey from awareness to purchase and then to servicing can be very complex and difficult to measure. With customer voice, you can track the impact of your customer experience with defined satisfaction metrics. These satisfaction metrics can be mapped to questions across different surveys. You can, for example, define the customer satisfaction metrics or CSAT, and then map it to a survey and use these metrics to collect feedback periodically and track the trends over time on the dashboard. The survey can also publish in all channels, ensuring you can capture every response based on your customers' preferred device and channels such as email, SMS, and distributed based on the customer journey touchpoint. We can also integrate data for deeper customer insight. To have connected feedback across all your applications, Dynamics 365 Customer Voice includes built-in integration with Microsoft application and also external third-party application. With the connected feedback, the possibilities are endless. You can, for example, automate the process of sending a survey to customer using integrated data from another application and to deliver the survey across different channels at different time. We can define to ensure the automation of sending the survey are at the right interaction point in your customer journey so that you can capture the feedback at the right moment. All the feedback are received real-time directly into the system and linked to the customer order. The result from your survey can be integrated back into your business application so they are available to anyone who needs to view or engage with the customer. This information can then be used to enhance customer profile, giving you a holistic view of Customer 360 without having to toggle between different apps. You also have the option to set alerts on metrics to notify relevant business users in your organization when they receive an unsatisfactory score. Feedback is automatically classified using the latest Microsoft Artificial Intelligence technology, which basically means you can easily prioritize and quickly follow up on your customer feedback to promptly resolve issues for unhappy customer. By connecting it to Customer Insight or Customer Data Platform, it can also help you to track what matters most to your business within customized dashboard and visualize this feedback to generate actionable insights. Now, we will move on to the live demo of Dynamics 365 Customer Voice. This is Customer Voice setup screen. In the home page here, you can see an overview of some analytics from the survey and also see the list of the recently created surveys. On the left, there's all project. Customer Voice uses the concept of project management to help your business to organize the surveys better. So within the project, we can have multiple surveys that share common satisfaction metrics and settings. In this list here, it will show all the projects created in the organization. To create a new project, we can use the built-in ready templates or use a blank template if you want to create the survey from scratch. Once we have created the projects, we can design the questions. This design tab allows us to add or edit questions. To add a new question, we just click on this add button here and we can choose the different questions type. There is a choice option, there's text input, rating, and dates. To further enhance your survey, On the customization pane here, we can add satisfaction metrics. Customer voice includes support for setting a standardized satisfaction metrics such as customer sentiment, net promoter scores, and also customer satisfaction. And we can map the metrics to the survey question. Net Promoter Score, or NPS, is the percentage of the customer's rating, their likelihood that they will recommend your business or product to another person. A customer sentiment is the customer feel overall towards the brand, product, and service, and with the built-in artificial intelligence, it will analyze the text that the customer inputted to give you a prediction of whether it is a positive or negative sentiment. Customer satisfaction, or CSAT, is used to measure the degree of which customers are satisfied with the service, product, or experience in your organization. If we added a Net Promoter Score question or a sentiment analysis question, a dashboard will automatically be created for each set of the metrics to showcase the recent scores and trend. And these satisfaction metrics will be available under the report section here. We can also add branching rules if you want to add some logics to your survey. For example, you can show or hide a questions, you can choose to navigate to another question or survey, or it can even open a website based on the response of a question. So branching rules will make your survey more interactive and ensure that only relevant questions are displayed to the respondent. We can add variables to insert custom information such as customer name or product name into the question. If you want to have multilingual survey, you can do it by adding the languages here. You can create multiple language in a single survey where you can input the translation in this Excel template that you can download directly from here. If you want to be able to customize the appearance of the survey, we can do it from this branding and format customization here. This includes changing colors, fonts, background images, or your IT department can also upload custom CSS file. After we are done with the questions, we can preview to see how the survey will look on the desktop or a mobile. Once you're happy with the survey, we can send the survey from this Send tab here. There are multiple ways to distribute the surveys or send the surveys. You can use the built-in email composer, where you can create the email as a template. The recipient here will be connected to the customer master data to extract the email address of the contacts. Another way to send the survey is to use automation, where you can choose to automate the survey through customer journey based on specific touch point. For example, after a vehicle is delivered by a salesperson, the survey will automatically be sent after 1 day, or after a service is completed, it will immediately be available for your customer to give a feedback instantly. You can also embed the survey, for example, in your website, or if you are using a virtual agent and omni-channel customer service, it can be used together after a conversation ended. Other option is to generate it as a link where you can share it and generate into QR code for the customer to scan. After you send the survey invites, the invite analysis is displayed here where you can see all the survey status of each individual email address that you send to, whether it is already sent or responded or opened. After the customer responded to a survey, we can also see the responses under this report section here. This report section allows us to view the satisfaction metrics and also responses to the surveys. In these responses here, there's total of 7 responses, and then we can see the respondent and also their responses. Dynamics 365 Customer Voice. It is a simple, powerful application that allows you to quickly create, distribute, and hear what your customer opinions are. You can create many different types of surveys at different stages of different customer journey, and also different surveys based on different departments. Some of the examples of customer voice is, in a sales process, customer voice can be used at digital marketing stage, where, for example, if you invited your customer to a roadshow or events, you can then create a customer voice survey for that particular event and get your customers' response. Or if your customer have communicated with any of the human agent or virtual agent, at the end of the conversation, we can ask the customer to give a quick rating relating to their experience with the conversation. Same for appointments or test drive bookings related. After the session is completed, we can send this survey to the customer. And not to forget, after the vehicle is sold, we also want to be able to ask the customer for opinion. In service, same as the previous one, if the customer have communicated with a human agent or live agent or virtual agent, at the end of the session, we get your customer opinion. And also after the service is completed, we also get your customer's feedback. So these areas that I highlighted is just a few popular stages where usually dealership will get feedback from customer. However, you could also use this for other things like getting feedback from your internal staff related to the processes and operations. And with this real-time feedback, you could analyze and adjust the way you operate in your dealership. And all these publishing or distributing of surveys, it can be fully automated after the end of every customer journey or based on the different touch point that you have defined in the system. I will end the live demo session here. We move to Q&A now, and we will respond to whatever questions that is not answered yet. Thank you very much for your time to attend today's session.